Hello and welcome back to Stomp City, where today I'm bringing you another episode of Rewriting Wrestlemania. And we're kicking off with the pre-show, where we've got Becky Lynch taking on Asuka. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to be Asuka's last match on the main roster for this series. This data doesn't seem to have reflected her skills in the ring. And she's only pulled off an F+. So yeah, it could be. It says here the crowd were totally turned off by having a match between two jobbers. But yeah, we're just going to go with Sasha Banks into the future, I think. And the Asuka experiment is officially over. Next up on the pre-show is just a Shinsuke Nakamura promo on Kevin Owens, just to test out how he's doing for promos and how his English is coming along. And he says he has major issues due to the language barrier, which is fine. I just won't do anything with him where he's speaking on the main roster. It was just more of an experiment. Next up, we've got Dorada in another pre-show match, this time taking on Alberto Del Rio, and he lost by pinfall. He might come onto the main show after Fastlane. We'll just see how that goes. And that got a C-, which is all right. And Alberto Del Rio is improving in performance skills. Next up, we've got the show starting, the main Raw show, and we've got The Rock coming out. And The Rock's music hits and the crowd erupts. The crowd walks down to the ring with his usual entrance. The Rock grabs a mic and the crowd chant, "Rocky, Rocky, Rocky, Rocky." He has a big smile on his face, but it quickly becomes a straight face. Then suddenly, the crowd boo like fuck. Roman Reigns enters down the ramps and hugs his cousin. "Welcome back, cuz. Ignore these people. They all hate me for some reason," Roman says. The Rock laughs. "They're all like parrots. Watch this. Finally, The Rock has come back to..." Where are we again? And as The Rock says that, the crowd are just booing. What he was trying to do is get them to repeat him to prove that they are like parrots. But yeah, the crowd have just turned on The Rock. At this point, there is extreme heat on both men. And then a typical Roman promo on Dean, where he says he'll win at Fastlane, then take back what is rightfully his and his family's at WrestleMania. So that's opening the show. We've got The Rock returning to side with a heel Roman Reigns. And The Rock is now hated by the fans. And that got a B. Then we go to a small video hyping the in-ring return of Brock Lesnar tonight in the number one contenders qualifying match. And if he wins, he'll go to Fastlane in the number one contenders fatal four-way. And this got a B-. Then we go to an extremely short match. Kevin Owens defeated R-Truth in 4 minutes 37 by pinfall with a pop-up powerbomb. And it says the announcing quality lifted the match. The colour commentary gave the match a boost, and there are no improvements to note. So this was just a basic squash match. Kevin Owens, I'll put the dominating road agent note on. Kevin Owens dominated R-Truth because he's coming off the back of a loss to Shinsuke Nakamura. So it's just to give him some momentum going forward. The New Day's music hits, and then they say, "We have beat everybody in the tag division, and there is nobody important left to beat." And the crowd boo. And then they say, "Okay, then, if you're so smart, who is left?" League of Nations, Booty. Lucha Dragons, Booty. Los Matadores, Booty. The Ascension, Booty. The Dudleys. Booty. We are officially the best tag team in the world, and the one and only WWE World Tag Team Champions! And that's right, the Hardys are back, and they stand at the top of the ramp, and then they get the microphone and say, "What about us?" And the Hardys hit the ring and New Day scatter and quickly escape up the ramp. And after this, the Hardys do their standard turnbuckle taunts, and the Hardys are back. And this got a C minus. Jeff Hardy debuted his gimmick with a B. Matt got a C plus, and Matt Hardy is developing in performance skills, which is good. Then we go forward into another basic squash match, really. Kalisto gets a win in 4 minutes over Stardust with a Salida del Sol. And apparently they have good chemistry, which is good. Pretty good chemistry. And the announcing quality lifted the match again. This only got a D, which is a bit disappointing. But we just needed to get Kalisto some more momentum going into his championship match, where he's defending against Samoa Joe. And Stardust is improving in performance skills, according to this. Then we go backstage where Triple H is on the phone, where he's approached by Dean Ambrose. And Dean says, "Are you going to put me in a match tonight, or are you going to ban me from the arena again, like last week?" And Triple H says, "I banned you because we all know you're crazy and we didn't want to damage the integrity of Roman's qualifying match. But yes, Dean, you have a match tonight. You'll be in a singles match against an opponent of my choosing." And Dean says, "An opponent of your choosing, huh? How about I go one-on-one with you? Oh, wait, I forgot. You just don't have it anymore." And Triple H says, "Very funny, Dean. And for that remark, you will now be in a handicap match. Oh, and watch your back." So, yeah, Dean Ambrose is now in a handicap match tonight. He's challenged Triple H, but Triple H isn't having any of it. And he's put him, in a bad position, pretty much. And yeah, the Ambrose Reigns storyline has advanced with this segment, as you can see there. And it's got a B minus. Then we go to a women's tag match where Charlotte is teaming with Paige. The champion Charlotte is going to face Natalya at Fastlane, and Natalya is tonight teaming with Sasha Banks. And in a match that had some good action but a non-existent crowd heat, Natalya and Sasha Banks defeated Charlotte and Paige in 6 minutes 45, when Natalya defeated Charlotte by submission with a sharpshooter. And it says, Ric Flair did some good work at ringside. Charlotte and Paige have no chemistry as partners, so we won't see them up together again. Yeah, again, the announcing's doing good. And the Divas Revolution storyline has advanced with this segment. And Paige is improving in technical, Charlotte is improving in Rumble and technical skills, and Sasha Banks is improving in Rumble skills as well. Which got a D minus, which isn't great, but it's sort of the average for a women's match as we go along the series. Next up, in a C minus match, we have Okada defeating Sin Cara in 8 minutes 27 by pinfall with a Rainmaker after a distraction from Samoa Joe. And obviously this Sunday, Samoa Joe will be facing Kalisto for his championship, so he's come out and distracted his tag team partner to help Okada get the win, which got a C minus. And after the match, Okada and Joe continue to beat down Sin Cara, and Kalisto's music hits, and he attempts the save. Sin Cara is down, making it 2v1 on Kalisto. Samoa Joe makes him pass out with the Coquina clutch, and then Paul Heyman raises Okada and Joe's hand, then grabs the mic. And he says, "Welcome to the new era of professional wrestling." And that's right, I used the dreaded word. Nobody can stop the rise of the Heyman dynasty. And then the lights go out. And then the Heyman dynasty are in the ring looking confused because they don't know what has just happened. And the Kalisto Rise storyline has advanced with this segment, and so has the Heyman dynasty storyline. and that got a D-, which is okay. Then we go into a number one contenders match for the tag team titles, and the winner of this will face the New Day at Fastlane, and it's the two veteran teams of the Hardy Boys taking on the Dudley Boys, and the Hardy Boys get the win after Jeff Hardy pins Bubba Ray Dudley after an extreme combination, which is a twist of fate into the Swanton Bomb. Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy showed excellent chemistry, and so did the Dudley Boys, which is as expected. And this got a C+, which is good for a tag match. And Jeff is improving in performance skills. And then we go into the handicap match where Dean Ambrose will be taking on the Ascension. And Dean Ambrose picks up the win after a roll-up on Victor. And Dean Ambrose came out of this match looking good, it says, which is good for his momentum. And apparently Victor's improving in Rumble skills, which is alright, I guess. This got a D+, not the greatest. Dean gets a quick roll-up and wins, and rolls out of the ring. He sees Roman Reigns at the top of the ramp and walks towards him. He is then attacked from Triple H from behind, and then the two beat him down. Triple H says, "Congratulations on your win, but look at you now. You wanted me in a match tonight. How about we go one-on-one this Sunday for your WWE World Heavyweight Championship? This WrestleMania will be Triple H versus Roman Reigns, the best two in this business. We are this business." So the authorities' intentions are clear. They want the main event to be Roman Reigns versus Triple H. And the Ambrose Reigns storyline has advanced with this segment. And that got a C+. Then we go to the next qualifier for the Fatal 4-Way this Sunday with AJ Styles defeating Rusev with a fast roll-up. And Rusev and Lana, it says, have good chemistry. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. I got a C-, which is not great at all. Hopefully the main event's better. We go to a backstage again with Jerry Lawler interviewing Kevin Owens. And Lawler asks Owens about his chances against Nakamura this Sunday. And Kevin says, "What a stupid question, Jerry. There is only one way it can go, and that will be me walking out of Fastlane and into KO Mania as the Intercontinental Champion." And Jerry Lawler asks him if he minds being banned from ringside for Nakamura's match versus Sheamus tonight. And he says, "No, I don't mind at all. It would be nice for him to get some false hope if he wins, which I can't see happening anyway." So yeah, I got a C+, an interview backstage with Kevin Owens. And nothing really to note except that. Then we go to that match that we talked about before. The Shinsuke Nakamura takes on Sheamus. I probably should have put this before the Styles match. I was a bit torn which way to go, but I went with this. But Nakamura gets a win over main eventer Sheamus with a bomb IA, which is obviously his knee to the head finisher. I was expecting more. It must just be Sheamus holding him down, because I think Nakamura's got a B- before. So Sheamus mustn't be that good in the ring. But yeah, D+, we'll move on. Then we go to the main event, which is Brock Lesnar taking on Chris Jericho. And Chris Jericho loses to Brock Lesnar thanks to the Kimura lock. And Brock Lesnar is now in the main event at Fastlane in the Fatal 4-Way for the number one contendership. And the winner will go on to WrestleMania. And Paul Heyman did some good work at ringside. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman have some pretty good chemistry. And it says Brock Lesnar looked good out there. And I was expecting more from this match, which is why I put it in the main event. Hopefully it hasn't hampered the total rating. So yeah, the show is basically just going to end with Brock Lesnar looking strong in the ring. So we've got many elements leading up towards this main event on Sunday. And it's could go either way, because now Brock's in the match, it's throwing a spanner in the works. So yeah, overall it got a C+, which I'm happy with. That's the minimum Raw rating that I want. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Apparently we lost popularity in 27 regions, but that should keep us at national level at least. But yeah, nothing really to note. Now I'm just going to show you the card for Fastlane, which will be in the next episode. There may be some matches added to the card later on, but as it stands, depending on time, we might add something else. But as it stands, it is the New Day versus the Hardys for the tag team titles. Then we see Charlotte take on Natalya in a submission match for the WWE Women's Championship. Then we have Kalisto taking on Samoa Joe for the United States Championship. And now Heyman is aligned with Joe, so that should be interesting. Then we have the Intercontinental Championship, where we see Kevin Owens take on Shinsuke Nakamura. Then we go to the number one contenders match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, where it'll be Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles versus Rey Mysterio versus Roman Reigns. And then we go to the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, where Dean Ambrose will take on Triple H, the CEO of the WWE. And the authorities' intentions are clear. They want the WrestleMania main event to be Triple H versus Roman Reigns. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more TEW 2013 and general wrestling content. And until next time, peace.